scientists know. Scientists now know that we're not from here. Imagine the shock of growing up in a loving family with people who call you mom and dad, and then suddenly learning that you're actually adopted. This is the same sense of shock that scientists announced about the sun and the moon and our planets and its siblings. We are not born into the familiar band of stars known as the Milky Way galaxy, but we actually belong to a strange formation with the unfamiliar name of the Sagittarius dwarf galaxy. So we're actually from another galaxy. This entire solar system has recently merged with the Milky Way over the past few million years. How can this be? So using volumes of data from the 2-micron all-sky survey 2 mass, which is an infrared telescope, a major project surveying the sky in infrared light led by the University of Massachusetts, the astronomers are answering questions that have baffled scientists for decades, providing that our own Milky Way is consuming one of its neighbors in a dramatic display of ongoing galactic cannibalism. The study published in the Astrophysical Journal is the first map with the full extent of the Sagittarius galaxy and show in visually vivid detail how its debris wraps around and passes through our Milky Way galaxy. Sagittarius is 10,000 times smaller than the mass of the Milky Way, so it is getting stretched out, torn apart, and gobbled up right into the Milky Way. A lot of people don't know this. There's another entire galaxy that we come from that is now being absorbed by the Milky Way. This is an actual image from the University of Virginia, using the infrared telescope and computer imaging to create the scenario which shows, as you see where our sun is located, how we've now been sucked in gravitationally and it's created this gravitational wrap, and now the Sagittarius dwarf galaxy is becoming part of the Milky Way galaxy, and that's where we actually originate. We actually originate from another total galaxy. So we are ourselves aliens. Okay, we ourselves. We don't have you don't have any green cards from Sagittarius to come here. So I think this is real important to understand, because I think what a lot of people don't realize is when you talk about Nibiru and Planet X and things like that, they go, man, this sounds impossible. Everything's in order. Everything just moves in a specific way. Well, we're getting ready to crash into Andromeda in a few billion years. And then we're going to do this all over again. Now, Andromeda planets and solar systems are going to be we're going to merge together, basically, okay? And this is part of what happens naturally in the universe. Galaxies smash into each other, combine, and form bigger galaxies. So you can see here that one of the most important things is that we are definitely not a part of the Milky Way galaxy. Let's go to okay. So now, let's go to this here real quick. A new infrared digital survey of the entire sky was made in 2003. Teams from the University of Virginia and Massachusetts used a supercomputer to sort through 500 million stars to create a new star map. That's what we were just looking at. It's clear who will be the bully in the interaction, said Stephen Majewski, UB professor of astronomy and lead author on the paper describing the results. So the reason why I want to show you this page is because this is real peer-reviewed science. I just want you guys to see that this can be looked up and this can be researched. This isn't like somebody who came up with a theory. No, this is
not
actually
theory.
real. And, the history books really need to be changed, but that costs billions of dollars.
Okay, it's not theory.
Already, but now real scientists have accepted this. It just has to be updated.
It's going to change everything.
This is real peer-reviewed science.
Science,
now, with this in mind, now you may be able to start to understand
astronomy and all going to change.
There's a lot of rogue planets out there. When these kind of things happen, there's actually been now documented that there's thousands of rogue planets within the vicinity of the Milky Way, and potentially even millions or billions within the region of our in and outside of our galaxy. And these rogue planets are floating around without suns. Some have suns, some don't. It's just when you get this kind of galactic interaction, things start getting thrown all over the place. So now you may be able to understand how possibly Nibiru and its star, this brown dwarf, or maybe Nibiru is orbiting another star in Sirius, how it can be kicked out and now go into these weird, strange orbits. It's not because it's fanciful mysticism or a myth or somebody's ancient story. It's because of real science. These things actually happen all the time. Matter of fact, these are more common. Rogue planets and things like brown dwarf stars and binary star systems are more common than people even know. It's actually probably more common than the orderly star system, solar system that we think we have here right now. I just kind of went over that there. So, okay, we are from another galaxy in the process of joining with the Milky Way. The Milky Way is actually not our planet galaxy. The mystery of why the Milky Way has always been sideways in the night sky has never been answered until now. So basically this helps them understand now why the tilt of the galaxy and what that tilt, what that appears to be that tilt actually is. It's the merging of two galaxies together.
Some time years ago of a celestial body which you, I think, named in the paper an intruder,
Yes.
which may have collided with or somehow turned on their side both Uranus and Pluto.
It did a lot more than that, as a matter of fact. In that paper, we hypothesized that this intruder passed very close to Neptune, that it dislodged one of what we then think were many satellites of Neptune. One of them became the planet Pluto. We actually think Pluto was an escaped satellite of Neptune. This will also take the orbit of Triton, the big satellite of Neptune, and reverse it. We'll take the orbit of the satellite Nereid and extend it outwards. We can produce all of the observed aspects of the satellite system of Neptune plus Pluto's orbit just with this one single intruding planet. One of the things we did in 1978, having made this prediction that there was an additional planet, 10th or 12th, depending on your point of view, but it's the next one, we sort of put our money where our mouth was, as it were. We went out and we started looking for this thing. We've been searching for 12 years for this thing. We've been able to refine the search area somewhat, get it rather narrowed down. We do our predictions based on the observed anomalies in Uranus and Neptune. We actually are currently looking down in the region of Centaurus, which is just south of the constellation Libra, but very close to the area that you've talked about.
I think, Dr. Harrington, you have a pretty good picture, at least in your own mind, of what we are talking about, the big planet, the small planet.
Well, if it is in the kind of orbit that we describe here, it would have to be a planet that would have a mass something like 3 to 5 times the mass of the Earth. This would put it intermediate between the gaseous planets like Uranus and Neptune and the terrestrial planets that we have in the inner part of the solar system. So if this planet turns out to be in a 3,600-year orbit, then its mass will be correspondingly larger. But we're talking about something it's a perfectly reasonable kind of planet. It looks like a good, nice planet, small enough that it's not going to be completely enveloped in gas, so it's perfectly capable of supporting life forms of one kind or another. This one here is a map of the solar system as we know it. The inner planets, this is the orbit of planet Pluto. And this here is the orbit that I have proposed for the 10th planet. And here's where we think it is right about now in its orbit. This is your orbit for the planet, and showing that it would come out of Sagittarius in biblical time, and that once you allow for precession, it would be around into Libra by now.
Yeah, just a little more confirmation that this planet